Good evening, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. It is Wednesday. We're the middle of the week here on your February 25th, 2026. Welcome to Live Weather Impact. It was a better day today. We saw a huge warm-up today. In fact, temperatures today jumped 15 to 20 degrees over what we had yesterday. It was a dramatic change, especially considering how cold it was Monday and Tuesday. Today felt great. And I did see the sun for a while. We don't have any of it out there now. It did as the sun set just about 15 minutes ago. But boy, we had some great sunshine earlier. Let's take a look at that 24-hour temperature change. Really shows you the improvement from yesterday as we got back. North Wilkesboro, 20 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. But boy, we have some rain on the way. And oftentimes, people don't like to see rain, but we're in a drought. We need it desperately. Severe to extreme drought conditions. We're going to take every drop of this that we can get. It'll be moving in overnight into tomorrow morning. You could see it really starting to kind of expand a little bit over in Tennessee. Got a couple reports of the upstate of South Carolina of a few raindrops around the Clemson area. In fact, let me really quickly, I'm going to flip over to my other source here just to look. Yeah, getting some rain reports down towards Anderson Airport down there in South Carolina, and then over towards Murphy, Jackson Airport, Andrews area, southwestern part of the state. We're starting to get some reports of rain over there. And that will be moving in overnight. So as far as timing is concerned, look for midnight tonight for probably the first rain in the Charlotte metro area, but you're going to wake up to rain tomorrow morning. So make sure you grab the rain gear. It's going to be a wet commute. You know how the commutes are around here in rain. People can't drive on a sunny day. You put some rain in there, it just gets a lot worse. And so that's going to be a slow commute, but at least it'll be in the 50s. It won't be frigid. The rain lasts through about the middle of the day. I think by tomorrow night as we come back on for Live Weather Impact, it's likely going to be drier. We should see the moisture moving out. It's still warm tomorrow. I mean, if we had sun, we might be in the 70s, but with all the clouds and the rain, it's going to stay pretty cool. So your wet Thursday, all morning until the early afternoon, maybe mid-afternoon hours. Much needed rainfall. I know, it's rain. People sometimes poo-poo it, but this is a case where we absolutely need it. And probably need the rain gear all day long, and then make sure you have some extra time for the commute. So tomorrow, about an 80% chance of rain on and off for the first 2/3 of the day, I'd say, before it starts to move out. There's that temperature change again. It was so good we showed you again. It just got thrown back into my graphics there. But let's go hour by hour here with your future cast. So you can see here we are, 7 o'clock tonight, no rain. Look what happens by 11. So if you tune in tonight on WCNC, we'll probably have a few showers showing up on radar. Certainly by the time you wake up tomorrow, 5 a.m., pretty good chance of rain. That rain is going to really pick up in the middle of the day. I wouldn't be shocked to hear a rumble of thunder tomorrow. Not that we're expecting anything strong or severe, but there's enough instability or energy to produce a clap of thunder here and there. But by 4 o'clock, as I mentioned, it starts to move out. And by this time tomorrow, we could be completely dry. So this will be a quick hitting system. Friday's looking up. Looks like a pretty good day. And then the weekend, it's only February, but this is by far the best weekend weather-wise of the entire year so far. 2 months into the year, this is going to be spectacular. But the rainfall, remember yesterday we were pretty excited we might get an inch of rain. I'm not as optimistic now. There's a few spots that could get close, but a half an inch would be great. We'll take that, but I was hoping for a good soaking. Just a few spots could get into that. So the weekend, here's what I'm talking about. Just absolutely picture perfect. 68 on Saturday, 76 on Sunday. The patios are going to be packed this weekend. People will be getting out in the parks. We're starting to see things green up. Unfortunately, we are starting to see the pollen show up as well. If you're an allergy sufferer, I don't have to tell you, we have really seen the tree pollen perk up. And anytime we get a southwest wind, you got to remember, we're not just getting local pollen. We're getting pollen from Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, even parts of Alabama blowing in on that southwest wind. And tomorrow it's lower because of the rain, but by Friday and Saturday it shoots right back up. And cedar is starting to show up as one of our primary pollens. Cedar, oak, and maple are three of the worst for your allergies. If you're not familiar with what's causing your allergies, let me tell you, it's probably one of those. There's a reason they call it cedar fever, especially down in Texas. When the cedars are pollinating, it is crazy. It is probably the worst pollen you could get, and it will cause a lot of allergies. Now, Sunday, the first day of March, it's not only the first day of March, it's also the first day of spring. I know people always say officially spring starts on the 20th to 21st. That's the equinox or the solstice time frame, right? Those astronomical seasons. For weather and climate, we always use the whole calendar month. So all the records for weather in the spring starts on March 1st. So the rain, the high, the low, that goes into March record books. It doesn't go into winter. So our records have always been kept this way. So meteorologically, we look at that as the beginning of spring. And this is the idea of what the temperatures look like from the first day of spring, an average high of 60, to the last day of spring, the end of May, 83 degrees. That's a pretty big jump. And it really shows you how wild the month of March and really April can be, because we see pretty dramatic changes. Not only is there a dramatic change in temperature, this is also our windy season around here. I probably got 10 messages today about what's up with all the wind, and to tell people that's pretty normal. This is the windy time of year. And in fact, so far, we've actually been below average. Our average wind speeds in February, 7.8 miles per hour. That's for the whole month, by the way, not just a single day. And then March and April. March is the windiest month of the entire year. But just because we get a lot of fronts, the jet stream's active, it gets really, really active weather-wise. So this is the windy time of year. It's our fire season. It's also, as I mentioned, the pollen season. You think Mother Nature knows it's windy when they try to pollinate all the trees and use that wind to spread trees all over the place? It's basically the whole point of pollinating this time of year is to spread the pollen as far as possible to pollinate other trees and plants. So this is the windy season. So get used to it. It doesn't really calm down until we get into the heart of the summer. And as you know, when it gets to be summer around here, you can't buy any wind at all. Now here's a look at your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Next couple of days, kind of coolish, but the weekend really sticks out as just a beautiful weekend. As warm as this weekend is, typical March, right back in the 40s by Monday and Tuesday. That is normal as well. March, we joke, is kind of the most turbulent month, but you can have summer and winter sometimes in the same week, and this certainly is showing up in the 7-day. The 10-day forecast shows things moderating a little bit next week. By Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're back maybe into the 70s. And just a reminder, it's about 10 days out. But next weekend, not this weekend, the weekend of the 7th and 8th, that's when we set our clocks ahead 1 hour. So we're coming up to the time change. We go from standard time back to daylight saving time. So that's coming up real quickly. And if you think the sunsets are getting later now, wait till we push the clock ahead 1 hour coming up in about 10 days. So stick around. Tim Buckley's going to join me from WFMY. We got a lot to talk about. We're actually going to talk about Hurricane Melissa a little bit today. There was an update on Melissa. Interesting factoid came out from the post-analysis from the Hurricane Center. We'll talk about the rain chances and spring since it's just around the corner. Stick around. We'll be back in 2 minutes.